Hi, good afternoon. I am Abdurrahim Luna, Master of Science in Teaching Mathematics, and today I have some questions that I'm going to answer that talks about strategies for professional communication. Let's start. Effective communication plays a vital role in fulfilling our daily tasks and responsibilities. It is fundamental in shaping academic success, enhancing collaboration among educators, as well as building camaraderie among colleagues in our workplace. And in addition to that, it also ensures positive student outcomes. Definitely. So we all do know that mathematics is one of the hardest subjects and one of the least favorites. So there was this instance where in a classroom while I was teaching, I have observed a very big question marks on each of my students' faces. So when I asked them why, they said that they've been hearing or they've been encountering the same jargons ever since and they're really struggling to understand what it means or what it is all about. So I strategize. Whenever we do have new topics, I tried using some simple words for my student to catch up and for them to better understand. So it actually worked. And I have seen that they became more interested, more engaged with the subject. It also gains their confidence. We are in Zamboanga City, which is a city of diverse culture. So with that being said, each day we are encountering different types of people of different ethno-linguistic groups. And obviously, each have their own dialects depending on the ethno-linguistic groups that they belong with. So because of that, it really creates a language barrier. And to handle such challenge, we should promote inclusivity and cultural sensitivity. And in order for us to do that, we don't really have to understand or to know their language or dialects, but instead, we should use an inclusive language which can be understood by everyone. So we should avoid using our own dialect to prevent misunderstandings. The organization that I belong to uses some strategies to achieve an open and effective communication. So one key strategy is that when messaging, we'll just have to be clear and concise, and it can be achieved by using straightforward language and minimizing jargons. We also develop active listening skills, which means that we don't only listen by hearing what was said, but rather we require full engagement, eye contact, and feedback to ensure accurate understanding. We also communicate through multiple channels like emails, instant messaging, video conferencing, and even face-to-face meetings. And talking about meetings, we are conducting regular meetings which has a clear agenda to help discussion focused and be more productive. And lastly, they also offer training programs on communication skills and conflict resolution, which helps educators develop interpersonal skills. Well, I'm actually one of those people who believes that no one is perfect. So if given a feedback, regardless if it's good or bad, positive or negative, I won't take it the wrong way, but rather, I'll make sure to learn something from it. I'll take it as an opportunity to be better, and also if given a chance to attend some workshops or seminars, as long as it makes me better, then I'll go for it. And when I'm the one giving the feedback, I'll make sure that I'm fair and unbiased. I'll also choose my words carefully, not to hurt anyone or to prevent misunderstandings. Effective communication helps in conflict resolution in a way that it breaks prejudices and criticisms. It gives clarity and understanding. It builds empathy and relationship. It avoids conflict and misunderstanding. And most importantly, it fosters a healthy working place for its employees. And that's it. I hope I was able to give you some enlightenments. And I hope that you have learned something from the strategies and the information that I have imparted for you today. So once again, my name is Abdurrahim Luna, Master of Science in Teaching Mathematics. I thank you all for listening and watching this video. Goodbye.